Joining me today, 1045theteam.com, in preparation for the Albany Twilight League's 85th season, which kicks off tonight. First pitch between the Albany Senators, the reigning league champions, and the Albany Athletics is tonight at Bleecker Stadium. Joining me today is Senators manager Rob Bellizzi. Rob, thanks for being with us. How are you?
Hey, very good, Brady. Good morning.
So, the Senators, the reigning champions, first time since when, 2005, right?
Yes. It's been a decade. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. But it was about 10 years that we won the championship, and we came from behind last year as a number 4 seed in the playoffs and ended up taking home the gold.
So you guys will take on the A's tonight. The A's, one of the perennial powers in the league. You guys will return some of your roster from last year. I'm sure that some of your roster has moved on as well. Tell us about your team. Who do you have coming in? I'm sure there's a lot of local guys that people may remember.
Yep, absolutely. So about 50% of our roster is going to be returning guys, and the other half is going to be new faces. So we'll start with the guys that are returning from our previous years. The first guy I'd like to mention is Fausto Franco. Fausto is a familiar face in the league. He is a perennial, stolen bases guy. Ranks very high in steals in the league consistently throughout his career in the league, which is likely over 10 years. He's played with a couple different teams, but with us most recently. So you'll see Fausto Franco. Joey Moore, who's a pitcher from SUNY Albany. He was one of our top pitchers last year. He'll be returning with us after he completes his season with SUNY Albany. Dylan Anderson, Salisbury College guy. He actually didn't play with us last year, but he played with us the year before, and we're happy to have him back. Scott Hladek, who was the playoff co-MVP last year. He'll be returning with us, at the very least in the beginning of the season. And finally, Dale Long, who's the grandson of Dale Long, the former New York Yankee. He'll be returning with us as well. He's one of our top hitters, second baseman, catcher, and we're very excited to have him back. We also have a couple newcomers, namely Tyler Hoffman. He's an infield outfielder from the Shaker High School. He goes to Barton College right now, so we're very excited to have him.
Jeff Hoffman's brother, number 9 pick in last year's draft. Absolutely. Yep, you got it. So we're very excited to have him. Alex Lushkovich, SUNY Albany guy. He's one of their top hitters right now. Again, looking forward to having him back. So those are the guys that will definitely help us. But again, we got a 25-man roster, very similar size to what you see in the pros, and we're going to expect all 25 guys to contribute to our season this year. Now, I had this talk with Joe Altieri of the Albany Athletics on Tuesday when we spoke, and I want to get your perspective on it also because, look, I played in the Twilight League full-time for 4 years, and I'm sure you, having been around the league, hear this too, and I'm sure it annoys you as much as it annoys me. People, when you tell people you're involved in the Twilight League or you say, men's league baseball, everyone just assume it's beer league. But the Twilight League is a different brand of really competitive baseball.
Brady, it's interesting you say that because I completely agree. The Twilight League, and you can not to plug the website and the history here, but it is pretty impressive. Twilight League is the oldest amateur baseball league in the entire country. And when you say that, obviously that's a very prestigious, achievement for the league. And in addition, people don't really appreciate it until you actually go and see the games. There's not a league in this area that the Twilight League could not compete against. And as a matter of fact, there are leagues that have tried, and we're competing right there with them, if not beating them in games. So ex-professionals, a lot of college guys. We had a guy that just got released from the Houston Astros organization, play a few games with us last year, and he was absolutely blown away by the competition in this league. So it's a very prestigious amateur baseball league, to say the least.
The Senators, a team that now this league must have special meaning to you and your family. Your dad was the longtime coach at St. Rose. Did he start the Senators?
Yes. So, and to answer your question, it absolutely has special meaning to our family. He started this in 1996, and for baseball historians out there, the Albany Senators is a paying homage to the old Albany Senators professional baseball team that played locally. So it was something that, we took a lot of pride in, and my father took a lot of pride in. At the same time, he was running the Schenectady Mohawks, which is now the Amsterdam Mohawks, and coaching at the College of St. Rose when he started this. But it was a team that we, after his passing in 2006, which was a little over 9 years ago, it was a team that we wanted to continue running because it was such a fun program to be involved in. We were getting the league is just incredible. It's like I said, it's very, very competitive. Each team is coached by an incredible individual, and there's just an amazing amount of players and history in this league that you just don't find in any other league around.
Now, you guys, the Albany Twilight League's home field is Bleecker Stadium. That's where tonight's opening night will be held. You guys taking on the Albany Athletics, again, one of the main contenders, perennial contenders in the Twilight League. But you also get to play a handful of games at the Plumeria Sports Complex, which is named after your dad at Bellizzi Field at the College of St. Rose. How cool is that to get a couple of games each season at the complex named after your father?
Brady, it's absolutely incredible. When they built the new complex, and more specifically the field, and named it after my father, it was both great and both sad at the same time. Great because the field is absolutely incredible. They named it after my father. They did. I can't imagine a more beautiful field and top-notch facility. But at the same time, sad because my father never got to see it. And the fact that the Albany Senators and myself and my younger brother Mike are able to coach on that field and look up every time and see our father's name. And at the same time, when we're walking to the field, seeing the boards of all the donors that contributed to the field to make it happen, it's a reminder every single day of, how much our father meant to a lot of people.
Rob Bellizzi, Albany Senators manager, with us here getting ready for Albany Twilight League opening night. Tonight you guys got a big night planned, a lot of festivities. Mayor Sheehan's going to be in attendance. It's going to be a great atmosphere tonight, right?
It really is. Again, it's a testament to, I think, how important the Albany Twilight League is to the city of Albany and the capital region. You got two. It's interesting as well. I believe it's the first time in at least 10 years that both teams that are opening are Albany-based teams, being the Albany Senators and Albany Athletics. So, and it will be a competitive game. The Albany Athletics are obviously a top-notch program. They've done very well. We're going to come with our best, as we did last year, and I can't wait for it. It feels like it just happened yesterday that we were playing them in the championship back in August. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago, so we're definitely excited.
Championship rematch tonight, 7:15, right, Rob?
7:15 sharp, yes.
7:15, yep. First pitch, Bleecker Stadium in Albany. That'll be the 85th season of the Albany Twilight League. Rob, best of luck with the Senators this year, and maybe we'll be talking to you again soon come August time.
All right. Thank you so much, Brady.